Hi, I'm MartaandDevi.
I am Devi Cynthia.
We are from English Language Education Study Program. Definition of translation. Translation is basically a very complex phenomenon, and insight about this interlingual activity is derived from several different disciplines such as linguistics, sociolinguistics, cultural anthropology, communication theory, and so on.
Following are some of so many definitions. Translation is here confident, primarily as a process of controller communication with an product is a text which is capable of finding a reality in specific situation and context of us. In this convention, the heart, source, and target text confirmation. Nor linguistic has any significant role to play, and translation is situated within the wider context of cooperative interaction between professional expert and client. This theory was developed by just the Hoyes material 1984. Translation is the general term referring to the transfer of thoughts and ideas from one language source to another target, whether the language are written or oral form, which are the language help established a talk law playlist or do not have such standardization or whether one or both language is based on things. As with language of the deaf, wrestling 19 and 17
Next theory. Translation is the replacement of textual material in one language by equivalent textual material in another language. For translation is basic change of form. When we speak of the form of a language, we are referring to the actual words, pieces, clauses, sentence, paragraph, each which are spoken of written. In translation, the form of source language is replaced by the form of recaptor language relation. Translation is a craft consisting in the attempt to replace a written message and statement in another language by the same message and statement another language new marks. Translation consists of reproducing in the receptor language the closest natural equivalent of the source language message. First, the terms of meaning, and secondly, in the terms of style. There are so many definitions of translation offered by experts, but they can be into two broad types, namely free and literal translation. There are some principles of the translator to translate a text. These are the principles of the free translation. The translation should convey the ideas of the target language text, not the word. The translation is like the text written in the target language in terms of its flexibility. The translation should have its own style. The translation should show the time of the reading of the text. The translation may add or reduce anything excited in the source language text. A literary genre does not have to be maintained.
Faithful translation. Indeed, the principles of faithful translation are as follows. A dot translator should as the shortest language word. When the translation is read, it is like a translation. The translation should show the style of course language text. The translation should show the aim of the reading of the text. The translation should not add or reduce anything existing in the source language text. Literary genre should be maintained in the translation. Translation process. Translating involves two processes in the mind of the translator. The first approach is based on the operation of rules scale, surface structure of language, and the second is process of translation, according to Nida and Tibar 19 and 18.2. The process of translation consists of three stages. First is analysis and understanding. In this process, the translator reads the short language text to understand the content of the text.
The second is transfer. In this process, the material is analyzed and the meaning used are processed in mind of the translator from source language into target language. The last is recturing. It means if the of the meanings in this language has been obtained. The translator sort of look for of words, expression, and sentence in the target language.